Today, we are talking about alternative affordable building materials. Alternative affordable building material, because we know that the times are hard, okay? For us to still continue on our building project, we have to become very, very innovative. Very, very innovative. You know that difficult times or hard times can be challenging and can be very opportunistic. It depends on how we position ourselves. You can turn it into an opportunity, or you can turn it into a challenge. So today we are trying to discuss on how to turn this high cost of building materials that we're experiencing right now, high cost of almost everything, into what? Into opportunities, by suggesting to you or bringing to you alternative materials that you can start considering for your building project. Let me start from the most most important one, or the most predominant, let me put it that way: cement. Can you imagine if you can find a replacement for cement that is cheaper, that will serve the purpose in your building project?
Go see. You know they lie. I know that one. Cement not get close substitute. Is either cement or nothing.
Or nothing, I mean.
That's what we are meant to believe.
But there are alternatives now. It's not only concrete that you need. I mean, you know, you need concrete. You need cement for concrete, concrete, and all of that. It's not only. Those are not the only building material types that you can use for your building. You can use. There are a number of other materials, but most especially, okay, have you considered laterite?
What's laterite?
Red sand in local. Just to break it down, red sand.
Wait, is it different from brick? Only called brick house.
So it's similar. Okay. You know, so there is the part of it, there is the burnt clay. You know, so it's still clay, but it's burnt. You understand? But I'm just talking about laterite itself.
Wow.
Red brick itself. Now, the idea is you still need cement though to mix it up. But you see, you won't need the quantity of cement that you ordinarily need for a typical concrete.
Wow.
Meaning that you need less, far less cement, okay? And those blocks, those laterite blocks, there are locally fabricated machines that can be used to compress laterite into blocks. There are also, of course, modernized machines that you can use, but more sophisticated machines that you can use.
Brick, you mean, Abi?
Yes, you compact red sand mixed with a little cement into red bricks, into bricks, into laterite bricks, not bonds. You don't have to bond them. Okay. Now, you know, I mean, well, since they didn't pay for that, if you look around, okay, I wanted to mention
No.
If you look around, there are homes and houses now that people build with this type of bricks. And they are very, very good advantages, especially for our tropical environment.
Engineer Debo, most times when we see people use this laterite or red brick built house, what usually comes to our mind be say, this house go dey expensive, red brick. And you know, there's this, I wouldn't want to say it's a fallacy, but I don't know, but we are meant to believe that once you build a house with brick, say na bulletproof, so it must be expensive. You know, anything that comes with bulletproof package, be it a car or a house, must be expensive. So, but now you are giving it to us as an alternative building material. And if I get the point right, it means that it might not be a tear pocket cost.
It's cheaper.
But
I think the brick you are referring to is the burnt brick. That clay brick that is burnt. You know, that one has gone through so many other processes, and it's usually used for fanciful
display
stuff. Yes. So that one is a bit more expensive than the normal concrete block. Okay. Yes. But what I'm talking about is laterite brick. You understand? Compressed laterite. Okay. You mix it with just little cement. So it needs little cement, and laterite is cheaper. You understand? So yes, all of that makes it more cheap. I mean, much cheaper compared to the standard building material of sand, cement, and co. You understand? And then when you use it, like you said, it is actually bulletproof.
Wow.
That laterite. It's fine. It's more bulletproof than the burnt clay you are talking about.
Wow.
Because it's very, so the only one of the disadvantages is that it's very dense. It's very heavy. So it has limited number of floors you can erect with it because the weight will be too heavy on the foundation, as it were. So there are homes that they've done, there are researches and homes that they've done up to 2 floors, 3 floors. I've not seen anyone more than 3 floors because of the size of the whatever. But if you're just doing bungalow, perfect. If you are doing 2 floors, very good. You understand? You can use it very, very well, okay? And there are innovative approaches and designs that can make it go 3 floors. I believe we will soon be seeing it on multiple floors more than just 2 as we go on.
Engineers are not sleeping.
Exactly, exactly. So laterite brick is a very good option. I mean, when well used, do you know that you may not really need to plaster it?
Wow.
Yes. All you will need to do is polish it or paint it. Instead of painting, you can polish it. Instead of polishing, you can paint. You don't need to plaster it. So that again further reduces the cement you need because
it's always even fine.
You understand?
Design
You understand? Then it's bulletproof. Then again, climate for our own tropical climate. It is warm inside of a laterite building when it is hot outside.
It is warm inside
of a laterite building when it is hot outside, and it is hot inside, at least warm inside. I mean, cold inside when it is hot outside.
That's osmosis and diffusion.
Exactly. And when it is cold outside, it is warm inside. You understand? So it gives you that you need less power to do air conditioning and all of that. So your costs will be further reduced. So that is a major alternative material you want to definitely check. Bamboo is the next one I want to talk about.
In the olden days, bamboo ni.
Well, beyond just using bamboo to build, okay, the main house, which may not be, a lot of people may not welcome that idea, you understand, in this day and age. You can use bamboo for a lot of other aspects of your building. For example, your garden, you're demarcating your garden, your landscaping, you understand, some other part of your house in terms of land, stating the use of land, demarcations and stuff like that, fence, perimeter. You can use bamboo for these ones. And then for your, reinforcement, iron. Yes, that we use inside concrete.
Ben.
Research has it, okay, that you can use bamboo as reinforcement inside your concrete.
And it go.
Yes, it has that strength of materials, okay, as more than self reinforcement.
Wow.
Yes, better than it can replace reinforcement in your concrete work. Yes, it can replace reinforcement. So you want to research into that because bamboo is a lot cheaper. In fact, so much cheaper as compared to, what's it called? Reinforcement. Reinforcement is something, in fact, is a major now. In terms of cost. So if you can have bamboo as a replacement, why not? It will further reduce your material requirement. Then, for your roofing and all, laterite can also be used to make your roof tiles, okay, so that you can have that. And they are usually, I don't know why we've not explored some of these materials that we have in abundance in our own environment, because they have better, they serve better purpose as compared to some of the materials we use. Like a laterite clay roofing tiles now, will just have the same effect that a laterite block has. It can better insulate against harsh weather. Better insulate against harsh weather.
I just feel
and once well treated, maybe.
I think our things are not usually.
Maybe that's the problem. And all these thatch roofs we also have, where you use dry haze, you know.
Yes,
and things like that, palms and all. You know, there are alternatives that we can use. Even if we don't use it, or if we're not using it for the main building, we can use it for other buildings that are within the compound or stuff like that to bring down our costs, you know, of construction. So, I mean, we need to explore that very, very well. I would strongly advise and suggest that we start to explore things like that. And then there are, yeah.
Sorry, sir, I want to quickly come in, sir. I was expecting you to even talk about, because in most movies that we see, which, I don't want to mention anybody's film, but most of these Netflix movies that they do sets now, most of Nigerian actors are already doing it. These old streets now, they can construct, they can turn into a movie location. Remember the gay plywood, we saw it in some movies. They will paint it, it will be very lovely, and it's cost effective. And after the whole set, they can bring everything down and still use their wood for some other things. Why are we not harnessing this? If they can use it to do house in movies and it looks good and they are staying inside, what stops us? Because in most American buildings that we hear to, I don't know, one ile pako ni most of ile.
I thought you go there.
No,
so I understand you, but we must also be clear about the fact that when you say a movie set, it's majorly a very temporal. It's for temporary use.
But in UK movies that I see, UK, even let me say,
I understand you. Those are what we talk about when we are talking about alternative materials, you know. So when you say ile pako lo pọ̀ jù ńbẹ̀, kò mean pé ile pako yẹn are really that cheap. And if you also look at it, tá a bá trace history wa in the 60s and early 70s, we're still using a lot of planks.
Yes.
Especially for staircase and for slabs.
The house I lived in Ijebu Ode.
For deckings, what we call deckings.
Oh yes, that's what they used to do. It's still there until now.
Yeah. But unfortunately for us, you can hardly to find quality wood now in Nigeria is a bit difficult. So if we go back to those days and start to explore the uses of some of these things, it will really help us. Again, it will reduce the cost of the one we currently use, because if the demand falls, because there are now alternatives, the price will not have any choice than to come down a bit, you know, as against what we are facing now. So yes, planks for deckings, for staircases, we should explore them more than we are doing right now. A lot of staircases are still made with concrete blocks and
an iron beam
and stuff like that, you know.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Debo, don't open our eye to something else, and if you build house, please try and enhance. My name na Chief Olododo. Together we dey say
bye, see you next week.